What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video. Thank you for tuning in to Hold My Nuts podcast, where we talk about semen retention. You already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all the content I'll be dropping. Guys, listen, this is a special community, and I'm only hoping, believing for people who really vibe with the content. None of my friends and family know I'm doing this channel because I don't want any fake followers. I don't want any fake love. I want to keep it real from the jump, keep it 100% authentic. And I want to create a community of positive energy, all working towards one goal, and that's using semen retention to our advantage. Okay, so with that being said, go ahead and hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell if you vibing with the content. So let's go ahead and get into the video today. Today we're going to talk about testosterone. Testosterone. Semen retention has proven to increase your testosterone levels. This is extremely important being a man, because testosterone is what makes you a man. It's the hormone that gives you the edge that you need in life. It's what makes you aggressive. It's what makes you, a go-getter. It gives you that motivation. It gives you that backbone. It gives you everything you need to do to accomplish your goals as a man and to go out and do what it is you have to do for yourself, for your family in that regard. So it's very important that we understand the negative effects of constantly releasing our seed. When you release excessively, you are lowering your T levels a lot. Okay? And the less and less testosterone you have, the weaker you're going to feel, the less motivated you're going to feel. And honestly, man, if you keep doing it, you're going to be feeling like a little bitch. That's just what it is. There's no way that you can keep fapping, keep releasing your seed, keep being careless with your seed, and you don't feel like a little bitch. You lose your backbone. You lose that girth in your attitude. You lose that fire in your eyes because you're constantly releasing your seed. And you got to understand something about semen retention, and you got to understand something about excessive sexual activity. Okay? If you are constantly involved or engaged in porn, if you're constantly engaged in masturbation, you are essentially, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but you are a bitch, because you have made yourself a slave to the feminine energy, and that's just not how it's supposed to be. Once you make yourself a slave to the feminine energy, you are a bitch. And what that means is you're not going to have the necessary components to be able to say no, to be able to draw a line in the sand, to be able to make your mark in the world, because you're giving your energy away to the feminine. Okay, so we got to understand something. We don't downgrade the feminine energy. We love the feminine energy because the feminine energy is what is the balance of power. You have the masculine energy and you have the feminine energy. They're both important. But when you give away your masculine energy and you feed it to the feminine energy, now you're empowering the feminine energy to act outside of the scope of what the feminine energy is supposed to act. And now you're taking on a lesser role because you don't have those T levels. You don't have that motivation. You don't have that backbone. You do anything to bust a nut. You do anything to bust a nut, right? So if anything has your control to where you can't focus, you can't do your job, you can't grind, you can't you can't make good sound decisions because you want to smash or because you want to rub one out, you have become a slave, my brother. You are a slave to your passions. You are a slave. You are a slave to your passion. So if you practice semen retention, you will inevitably increase your testosterone levels, which will make you feel more on edge each and every day. Now, I'm not saying you're going to go out there and you're going to be, the Incredible Hulk. But what I am saying is you're going to be able to make sound decisions that are not flowered with emotions. That's where masculinity comes into play. Okay. It's not punching somebody in the mouth, though it can be that. Okay. It's not, just shitting on people just because you're bigger, better, and stronger. It's not what masculinity is, right? It's being able to make sound decisions, sound judgments on a consistent level, on a day-to-day basis, not being able to be thrown off your rocker. There's things that we have to do as men that we have to accomplish. And if you're emotionally driven because your testosterone is low, you're not going to make the best decisions. You might not even make any decisions at all. So it's very important, guys, that we focus on practicing the discipline of retaining the seed. We got to retain the seed, baby. We got to retain it because that's where the power is. That's where the power is. And I want to take a little side note. My man JG, I was watching your video. Go check out my dog channel, JG. He be dropping the semen retention videos. I forget who it was you mentioned, but they did a live video and I don't know what the subject was, but I was thinking me and you should do something like that. And the question that I wanted to ask you is, if we know the benefits of semen retention, and I think you said that you've been 60 days, 70 days. That's amazing. I want to know, because I told everyone I've only done like 30 days. I've done it several times, but I've maxed out at 30 days. But I want to know, the question that I want to chop it up with you about is this, and then I'm going to get back to the video, is if we know the benefits of semen retention, we know how it makes us feel, we know the power that we get from it, what is it that makes us go back to the old way of living? That's what I want to chop it up with you about. Back to the video. If you can't control your passions, man, you are a slave. You are a bitch. That's just what it is. And listen, man, we have to be better. We have to be better. We have to really focus on the discipline of semen retention. You don't have time to be busting nuts all day, brother. I don't have time to bust nuts all day. We have things that we have to do. There's things that we have to do. There's goals that we have to accomplish. Check this out. You see this? You see this? This is a vision board. There's no way that I'm going to accomplish my goals rubbing them out all day. A word about little chick. Any female for that regard. You got to focus, man. If you want X, Y, and Z, then you got to do whatever it is that you have to do in order to get what you want to have in life for yourself and for your family. Now, when we talk about semen retention and our testosterone levels, we got to understand something. We need that energy. You need that energy. If you don't have that, if you have that energy, that sexual tension, in your nuts and you can feel the tension, just know, man, that's a great feeling. Embrace it. Like, yeah, man, I can feel this energy. I can feel it in my nuts, right? I can feel it. And then you're going to allow that energy to flow throughout your body, right? But we got to practice it, and we got to put ourselves in positions to win. If you got a chance to watch my video from yesterday, it just talks about controlling our thoughts. Because if you let your mind wander, you're going to end up relapsing, because you're going to start meditating on the sex and whatever it is you're meditating on. And eventually you will give in to the temptation, because that's all you're meditating on, right? So we got to stay focused with our thoughts. We got to practice semen retention so we can increase our testosterone levels. Every time you bust a nut, you want to take a nap, or you want to eat a nasty ass cheeseburger, or you want to drink that Gatorade. Yeah, I said it. You want to drink. Now, listen, if you get the Gatorade G2 or you get the zero Gatorade, you're good to go. But you don't want to fill your body with all that sugar, man. You want to drink that water, right? Or you want to drink a 0-calorie drink or something like that. You want to eat those carbs. You want to overindulge in the carbs. No. We have to eat the proper foods, because that also helps improve our mood. It's also going to help us in semen retention, because it's going to give us the other things we need in order to stay disciplined, right? You don't want to practice one discipline and you're going haywire and buck wild, getting dopamine effects from everything else you're doing. You want to stop drinking. You want to, cut back on the smoking. I know people smoke, but you want to scale back on a lot of that stuff, because you're trying to improve your life, right? You're trying to improve your life. You're trying to improve your discipline. The one main benefit that I see from semen retention that I'm most excited about is making sound decisions, not based off of emotions, not being thrown off your rocker as a man. That's number one. That's key. You're going to have things happen every single day. A little bullshit here, a little, people trying you and whatnot, women trying you and whatnot, things popping up in your life and whatnot, things that you have to deal with as a man. But if you're holding your seed, your hormones are stabilized, you're going to be able to make sound decisions. But if you're constantly releasing and jacking off and doing all this type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? You jack off and then you get a text message and you got a problem you got to fix. Now you don't have no energy. Right? It's something you got to go handle, but you've been whacking them out all day. Now you don't have the energy to go handle it, but you got to go handle it, but you don't have the to really fight and make the shit happen the way it's supposed to happen. Depression comes over you because you're jacking off, and then you get hit with another problem. Now you're depressed, and now you got this you have to deal with. Now you want to go away. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Testosterone is what makes you a man. When you deplete your testosterone levels as a result of masturbation and overindulging in sexual activity, you are becoming more and more feminine. And people can feel that energy. People can feel that energy. You're becoming more and more feminine, man. Every time you release one for no reason, you're becoming more and more feminine. And if you're a man, that's not what you want. You don't want to be feminine. You want to be a man. Right? You want to make sound decisions. Increased testosterone is going to give you the necessary energy to be able to go and do the things that you have to do. It's going to give you that energy. It's going to give you that boost. It's going to give you all the necessary tools you need to be a man. It's going to give you that. We gotta raise our testosterone levels by retaining the seed. You see all these commercials about taking this pill to increase your testosterone. You can do that naturally if you stop jacking off. Stop choking the chicken, man. Stop choking it. Chicken got a small neck, bro. You choking the hell out that bitch. Listen, man. I ain't coming at you. The reason I'm doing semen retention because I've been there. I know. All right. We all know. That's why we all here. We are all here together because we have all experienced the same things. Right. So now what we're doing is we are changing our lives and we are doing something different now. If you have a chance, I want you to go, read this book. It's called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And he's going to talk about a hypnotic rhythm that people fall into, a negative paradigm of drifting where you're on autopilot and you're doing, you have bad habits that are just on autopilot and you get lost in the drift and it's hard to get out of it. Go watch, if you get a chance, go listen to that book, man. It's a real good read. It's a real good read, man. Check that out. But listen, guys, that's all I have for today. Hold My Nuts podcast. I appreciate the love. Like and subscribe. Drop a comment. Holla at the kid. James Harden just got traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. So if you a basketball fan, I just dropped the news like whoosh. I just dropped it for you. So if you ain't got the ESPN app on your phone, I just brought it to you. You're welcome. The Nets receive Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, Ben Simmons, 2 first-round draft picks. I think they're the favorite to come out the East. We'll see. Anyways, I love y'all, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm out.